Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to round 6 of the 4th season of the NOSSCAR X2 Series. We're here at Texas Motor Speedway for a 66-lap race. You heard right, it's only a 66-lap race at a 1-mile, fast-paced, high-speed, hold on by the seat of your pants track. It's going to be very, very exciting. The X2 Series has a very, very unique point system. It is the driver's 5 best points showings in races that make up their total amount of points in the standings. Therefore, a driver can actually only achieve 130 points at maximum. If 2 or more drivers have 130 points at the end of the season, there will be a tiebreaker, and the tiebreaker will be the driver with the most victories. If somehow there is a tie in that category, it will go down to the top 5 finishes, and so forth. You're riding along with Timac 11, 14-time winner here in the X2 Series, 2-time champion, looking to get it done here at Texas, looking for the pole. He has 11 career pole awards in the series, but his last one came all the way back in Season 2. 64 different drivers raced in at least one race in the X2 Series in Season 3. We already have over 40 drivers that have posted points here in the X2 Series for Season 4, and we're not even a quarter of the way done the season. In fact, actually, may I correct myself, we are a quarter of the way done the season, just barely. This is round 6. And as of right now, it appears that Punisher Drummer has the quickest time, and it's Timac 11 with the second quickest time. Tyler Scott 3rd, Bongosaurus 4th, but there's D-Boy Mr. Nike with a very fast lap time, taking over the top spot for now in the qualifying session. All 16 drivers get 2 laps each. Very, very competitive series. Very quick lap times here at Texas. These guys are going to be all over each other. We're almost ready to get started. Again, I can't stress this enough. It is only a 66-lap race. It is a very short race. And here is the starting lineup for round 6 of Season 4's NOSSCAR X2 Series race at Texas. You got D-Boy Mr. Nike and Punisher Drummer in row 1. Row 2, you got Timac 11, 2-time champion, and Tyler Scott 1971. Jay Taylor and Bongosaurus. Row 3, Jay Taylor, former winner, Bongosaurus, second most wins in the series. Seth Edward in row 4, Just Ken 03, former winner in the series as well. Row 5, you'll find Mananger and Piper Jade, 2 full-time drivers in the series without wins, looking for one today. Row 6, you got Trouble for You and THR Hard Pickle. And rounding out the field, the final row, Twitch Whiskers and NASCAR Guy Sr. in row 7. Hard Pickle, former winner in the series, as well as Trouble for You. NASCAR Guy Sr. has a victory in the B Cup Series, but not here in the X2 Series. So let's begin. Green flag will be coming out very shortly here.
Good luck.
And you can hear over the headset that the drivers are wishing each other good luck here before the beginning of the race. They know what this means, what this race means to each other. And they don't necessarily want to stomp all over their car and win in such fashion like that. We're about to get the green flag here. Pace car is off. Green flag is in the air.
Let's get up on them horses and ride, boys and girls.
And there's a bit of an incident off the beginning of the race. It kind of looks like they're maybe going to gather it up, maybe not, I'm not sure. Tyler Scott got very loose off the start of the race there. He qualified in the 4th position, and he got all sorts of sideways and caused big problems here in the field. D-Boy Mr. Nike is your race leader. Punisher Drummer in 2nd. Jay Taylor in 3rd.
3 back. You're clear.
It will be Callard 33 and ATM2 Racing getting the 15th and 16th place finishes as they were registered but failed to qualify.
Car up top, just looking. One up
Jay
top.
Taylor looking on the outside of Timac 11 after Timac made some contact with the outside wall that last time by. Piper Jade 36 running in the 5th position.
Clear up top.
And he just got all sorts of loose there. I think that there was contact between he and just Ken 03.
He's coming low.
Ken 03 is running in the 5th spot, but he's looking low on Timac 11. That 42 car looks quick early in the going. And it is THR Hard Pickle in the 6th position. He got around Piper Jade in the 36, Piper Jade 36 in the 41 car. Man, they go quick here, don't they? D-Boy Mr. Nike is the leader. Punisher Drummer in 2nd. Jay Taylor 3rd. Just Ken in 4th. Timac 11 in 5th. And then Hard Pickle in 6th, not far back. We're about to start working lap 5. And as you can see by the gas tank, it's already getting pretty low. I'd say a little lower than the 2/3 mark even. These guys are using a lot of fuel, and it's a short race. They've got to look for ways to adjust on their car in order to maintain speed while maybe saving a drop of gas or two. You got D-Boy Mr. Nike in the lead still. Piper Jade has caught up to the back bumper of Hard Pickle. Piper's still in the 7th position.
First is leading by 3 seconds.
Now it kind of looks like the top 4 have kind of broken away from the rest of the field here. Punisher Drummer has made a move
On the bottom, 3 back.
underneath D-Boy Mr. Nike for the race lead. The 38 car is out front. Now already there is pieces of debris on the racetrack, but remember guys, in the B-Cup Series and in the X2 Series there are no cautions, no red flags, no black flags. It is full speed ahead at all times.
Told you.
Piper Jade 36 made contact. Oh, and just as I say that, we have a red flag on the track. This had to have been intentional, and the officials from NOSSCAR will be looking at it.
It spun on me, hit the inside wall, and flipped right on its side.
Oh, and never mind. This is a very rare and unusual situation. Trouble for you in the number 10 car, former winner in the X2 Series, spun out after, I believe, making contact with the outside wall, and he spun to the inside and got hooked against the inside wall, the corner of it, and that brought out a red flag for safety reasons, and I don't blame NOSSCAR's decision one bit on this. And I think that a lot of these teams are going to decide to take a pit stop here and adjust on their race cars. And I believe said Edward has proved me wrong. The 21 car is going to be literally the only car on the racetrack to stay out. There is another car deep in the field that appears to be Tyler Scott that's making it appear that he's going to stay out, but he looks a little dedicated. Too much here for the 4 tires. He's still down on the apron, folks. The flat part of the track. But again, 21 stays out. This is a huge, huge development.
Okay, let's get this stuff figured out.
And this is going to be a great opportunity for these guys to make adjustments to their race cars and get them faster. There's no rush.
Okay, we need to be fast here. In and out. Let's go.
There's no rush when you get to pit under caution. When the yellow flag or the red flag comes out for any reason, which is a very, very rare phenomenon here in the X2 Series and the B-Cup Series for that matter. But when it comes out, these teams jump all over it because they're not used to it. They're used to having to be as fast as possible approaching pit road. getting as much speed going down pit road as they possibly can. Whereas when a caution comes out, that's the parts unknown for these guys. And now after pit stops, Punisher Drummer, Jay Taylor, D-Boy, Mr. Nike, Piper J, Timac 11, Twitch Whiskers, Just Ken, Bongosaurus, round out your top 8.
Awesome work. Doing great, buddy. That pit stop's gonna make all the difference.
Tyler Scott there in 10th. And I believe said Edward may have stayed out to try to get a lap back. I'm not quite certain what's going on with that, but he is restarting at the tail of the field. And Piper Jade gets all sorts of sideways off the restart there. There's cars ghosting, and the smoke glitch has been activated. We're on lap 10, and that was a bit of a skirmish there as Punisher Drummer leads, Jay Taylor second, D-Boy Mr. Nike is third, Timac 4th, and Just Ken is in 5th, but it looks like Just Ken is going to make a move here on the 24 on the outside. Man Anger is running in the 6th position, but he is being challenged by the 14 car of Bondosaurus. And now the drivers are discussing something. I'm not sure what they're discussing, but it looks very hectic deep in the field, mid-pack especially. Drivers like Trouble for You and Tyler Scott trying to creep their way through without getting involved in anything too messy. Bondosaurus is up to 6th, Man Anger in 7th, Piper Jade in 8th after getting a little squirrely and loose on the restart. And that last time by, it's very important to mention this, Punisher Drummer just ran the fastest lap time that he has run and that anyone has run in this race so far.
First is leading by 3 seconds.
Bondosaurus is getting closer and closer to the 24 machine of Timac 11, and it really looks like that it's the three strongest cars in this race appear to be Punisher Drummer, Jay Taylor, and it's on the tip of my tongue. It's right there. Punisher Drummer, Jay Taylor, and D-Boy Mr. Nike. I apologize, folks, for the viewers watching from home. He is a part-timer in the X2 Series, nevertheless, that is no excuse. But those 3 cars appear to be the dominant cars so far. And then I guess if you had to have a Class B, it appears that would be Just Ken, Timac, Bondosaurus, Man Anger, maybe Trouble for You, and Twitch Whiskers as well.
There's 4 seconds in front.
Drivers communicating with their spotters, trying to figure out where everybody is running on the track, what line they're taking. The inside line might be the shortest line around the racetrack, but at certain tracks, on certain days, with certain temperatures, the top side can be the better place to go. Excuse me. 42 car of Just Ken sits in 4th place. He was kind of scooting away from Timac 11, but it appears that the 24 has found something. He has moved up a lane or a lane and a half possibly, especially over in turns 3 and 4, and he's getting a little bit more drive off.
There's a 5-second gap between you and the leader.
And as you can see in the 14 car in 6th place, Bondosaurus, he's doing the same.
50 to go. 5-0. You can do this. We're on the bottom, 2 back. On your left side.
Now, as you can see on the map, cars have gotten very spread out here in a short amount of time. Very short green flag runs so far, but nevertheless, ×4 fuel use and ×4 tire wear certainly weighs in.
You're inside. The leader's 6 seconds ahead. Left side's clear.
Bondosaurus gets around Timac 11 there for the 4th position as Just Ken 03 was making a pit stop. Said Edward has rallied from getting the free pass in 14th all the way up to the 6th position, folks. 7th before pit stops began, but he has passed Piper Jade, Trouble for You, Man Anger, and now he sits in the 6th spot. He's going to give it up though and come to pit road this time. Mananger's going to stay out.
7 seconds ahead.
And he will claim position number 6 for now. Out front it is still Punisher Drummer in first, Jay Taylor in second, D-Boy Mr. Nike in third, Bondosaurus in fourth, and Timac 11 in
We don't want to
fifth.
run out of fuel, buddy. Take a look at your gauge. 10-4. Gotta have you on pit road this lap, buddy.
That might be one of the most exciting aspects of NOSSCAR racing. Especially for the 2 divisions on PlayStation 3 on NASCAR 15. No cautions, no red flags, no black flags. Very, very rare case scenarios you will see the red flag if a car is stuck and cannot continue or cannot
You
move.
pass us a couple laps if you don't speed it up.
D-Boy Mr. Nike, Jay Taylor, Punisher Drummer, they all come down pit road.
And I'm really concerned about your fuel. It's running a little low. The leader's a second ahead.
Bondosaurus stays out. He's going to lead a lap and pick up a bonus point. Timac 11, Mananger, and Trouble for You have all decided to stay out an extra time here.
That's it, little by little. You gain a 10th on the guy.
Now Bondosaurus is going to give up the race lead. Timac 11 going to stay out one more time and lead this one.
You're running off
And he
pit
will get
style.
his bonus
Keep your
point.
speed as steady as you can and try to get her back here.
We want to pit this lap. We need our car to be right. 10-4.
Now it appears that Timac 11 is going to be pitting this time, folks.
More the right tire down. I told you that fuel wasn't going to last. We're out. We're out of fuel, buddy. Can you make it to pit road? It's too fast, man. Check out. Check out.
You made it. Rev that engine and try to get one last push.
He made it. He made it just barely to pit road, folks. No yellow.
You need some fuel. I think we should change those tires out. We're ready for
Timac 11 on pit road, folks. Trouble for You is going to stay out, and he's going to lead a lap to get a bonus point. No adjustments for the 24 we're hearing over the radio. Mananger in the 35 car having a great run today at Texas. He's on pit road as well. He's in the stall just behind the 24 car. Mananger drives the number 35 Ford Fusion. Represents the team very well.
Great stuff, guys. In and out. It's all up to you now, buddy.
And
Go get it, man. We're
Timac 11 exiting pit road as well as Mananger. Bondosaurus will go by the 24 to pick up the 6th position as Trouble for You is now on pit road. And when the leaders, or excuse me, when the 2nd place runner, there we are. Trouble for You has now been passed by Punisher Drummer, new leader, 38 car. It's not often you see somebody beat Jay Taylor on pit road. He seems to be the top dog at it. But the newcomer, the rookie, Punisher Drummer, has a very big lead. Timac 11 coming up on his teammate NASCAR Guy Sr. NASCAR Guy Sr. is a former winner in the B Cup Series. He's running in 12th place as of right now. 1 lap down to the race leader Punisher Drummer in the 38 car.
Flat tire, flat tire. I told you.
Punisher Drummer has a commanding lead here in Texas. We are on lap 26 of 66. We're almost halfway. We're going to take a short break. You're watching the NOSSCAR X2 Series race in Texas here on PlayStation 3 on the NASCAR 15 video game.
40 to go. Keep it going. I told you those tires wouldn't last.
We're back here, round 6 of the NOSSCAR X2 Series, 4th season.
Looks like you've worn the right tire down.
And we have cars on pit road already, folks. Much different fuel strategies here. And there's a car on in the grass in the infield, and it is Piper Jade in the number 41 car. Problems for him. He was running inside the top 10. We're getting a report that the 41 car missed pit road. He overshot it and went through the grass. We're also getting a report that Tyler Scott in the 78 car has spun out someplace on the racetrack and that he has recovered and continued on.
He's coming on the inside.
Somewhere on the back straightaway this event occurred, and it didn't happen too long ago.
You're good high. One on the bottom.
42 car of Just Ken is right now anyways 1 lap down in 9th place. He is on a much different fuel strategy here than the likes of Timac 11 and Punisher Drummer, Jay Taylor, Man Anger, Trouble for You, and Bondosaurus. They are all on a very, very interesting fuel strategy here. The key is, can you save enough gas to make it worth it? Oh, and we have a spin in turn 4, and it was Twitch Whiskers in the 98 car. She was running in 10th place when she had the problem. It looked like she got up a little too close to the wall, scrubbed it, and her car shot to the left and got sideways on her.
We can't go many more laps on this fuel.
And now Bondosaurus is your race leader. Timac scored in 2nd, Man Anger in 3rd, Trouble for You in 4th. Bondosaurus is diving down pit road. Timac 11 will stay on the racetrack.
Need a bit this time. Get on pit road this lap. Watch your rear. Clear all around.
And now we've got a battle for the lead as we are midway through the fuel cycle. Man Anger wants it, Timac 11 wants it, but now Man Anger has given up and he's going to go to the pits here. Timac 11 really stretching the fuel. Trouble for You was the driver stretching the fuel the furthest, and we definitely made note of that, but Timac 11, somewhere along the lines in that run, saved a lot of gas.
Mark close on the inside. Clear on the low side. He's coming low. Clear left.
We're gonna go with 4 tires.
Timac 11 comes down pit road. He's going to take 4 tires and a slight track bar adjustment to get him to turn a little bit in the entry for the entry of the turns.
Here we go.
It's a very close race so far. We're a little bit over halfway done. The Texas race for the X2 Series. And as you can see, the 20 car of THR Hard Pickle exits pit road. He is 1 lap down in the 12th position as of right now.
Flat tire, flat tire. I told you. We gotta go to work now. We gotta go to work. Clear right side.
NASCAR Guy Senior in the 48 car is in the 13th position as of right now. Trouble for You has taken over the race lead as he continues to be on a very unique, different pit strategy than everybody else.
30 to go. 3-0.
Man Anger is sitting in the 9th position. Seth Edward is up in the 7th position, running real strong in today's race. Contact there. NASCAR Guy Senior bumped the wall. Looked like THR Hard Pickle had a bit of an issue somewhere further up ahead.
You wore it out.
It possibly was Seth Edward, as Seth Edward slowed down a great deal. And now Timac is suddenly on the back bumper of him, battling with him for position. As of right now, on lap 38, the leader is actually working lap 39. There are 8 cars on the lead lap.
Way to go, buddy.
14 started the race, 16 were registered and will receive points. But we are down to 8 cars on the lead lap. '21 car of Seth Edward is now making a scheduled pit stop here on lap number 39. At least that is what lap he was working, because the leader, Punisher Drummer, is putting on a clinic. He, Jay Taylor, and D-Boy Mr. Nike have been the top 3 runners for the majority of today's race. Looking very, very strong. Punisher Drummer, this is probably the most laps he has led so far in his X2 Series career. Running very, very strong today. Must be a big fan of Texas. Everything is bigger and better in Texas. Now I wonder if Mananger and Timac are playing the right strategy as well as Bondosaurus, because they're running fast, but you can tell that they're holding a little bit something back, and I'm not sure if it's going to reward them in the end or not, but they're certainly hoping that it does, because there's certainly been no sign of them backing out of the strategy they are in. We have 25 laps to go, 24 now. And now that we are midway through a pit stop cycle, there are only 4 cars on the lead lap right now. Those 4 cars are Punisher Drummer, Bondosaurus, Timac, and Mananger. Top 4. THR Hard Pickle in the 20 car is actually in a little bit of jeopardy of going 2 laps down. And now we're hearing a report that NASCAR Guy Sr. had a problem entering pit road. Either the game glitched or he went a little too fast and got his right side tires in the grass area, and the pit stop simply did not go through. It did not work for the 4018. Therefore, he had to go around a second time, and therefore NASCAR Guy Sr. is currently scored in the 14th position, 3 laps down. Has not been a good day for the 48 bunch.
I told you those tires wouldn't last. Looking inside. Put it on the left. There's a 9-second gap to it.
We're going to take a short break here. Punisher Drummer has just pit, and now Bondosaurus has taken over the race lead. You're watching NOSSCAR X2 Series action here on the PlayStation 3 on NASCAR 15.
Keep an eye on that fuel, buddy. You won't run on fumes. Do when you have to. Coming in this time. Well, you're low.
Oh, we're back here, guys. Bit of an incident on the back straightaway. There was a gaggle of cars that was about 4 wide. They made some contact, but they managed to hold on to it. They all stayed pointed in the right direction. Timac 11, your race leader as of right now. Bondosaurus runs 7th. Trouble for You is 6th. Mananger is 2nd. D-Boy Mr. Nike 3rd. Just Ken 03 4th. Much different pit strategies here for all of these guys.
We're up high.
Gas is almost gone, buddy. Take it nice and gently and see if we can coast back to the pits.
At this lap, I want you to come down pit road right now. Take care of your tires. Get our fresh set.
Now I believe Mananger has dived onto pit road. He was in the 2nd place position when he did it. D-Boy Mr. Nike has already gotten up to the race lead here. And he has already made his pit stop. He is fast today, guys. D-Boy Mr. Nike has been a force to be reckoned with here in today's race.
Okay, buddy, we're standing by.
It appears Timac is going to make some slight air pressure adjustments, but really there's been only minor adjustments to the 24 car all day. I firmly believe he's not running it as hard as he possibly can. I think he's playing some sort of strategy here. I think that Man Anger, Bondosaurus, Trouble for You, I think that they know something, possibly something that we don't.
Nice pit stop right there.
It's been a very rough day for NASCAR Guy Sr. He's definitely been one of the most vocal on the radio to his spotter and crew chief. D-Boy Mr. Nike, now your new leader in the number 4 car, looking very, very strong. Now I believe there was some sort of strategy involved with D-Boy Mr. Nike, because as you can see, Jay Taylor and Punisher Drummer are nowhere to be found. Jay Taylor is actually behind Timac 11 right now, but he is one full lap in front of the 24.
We're on the high side.
Actually, I can't believe it, but Jay Taylor is one lap behind Timac. Something had to have happened to the 88 car at some point in this race. And now we're getting word Tyler Scott has severe damage, and he is now out of today's race. He's going to finish in the 14th position. Tough day for Tyler Scott in the number 78 car. Now Punisher Drummer regains the race lead as D-Boy Mr. Nike has made his pit stop and now slips outside the top 5 because of his pit stop. Only 15 laps remain. The leader is working lap 53, so there's even fewer laps remain than we all anticipate, than we all think. And now it's all going to come down to when everybody can make it to the end or not. It all depends on who can pit, or who can make it to the end, and who's got to make one last pit stop, possibly a splash and go. Who knows? Punisher Drummer's got the lead. Bondosaurus is up in second. Timac 11 is in third. Man Anger fourth. And Hard Pickle hits the wall. Timac 11 had to hit the wall as well to miss him. 24 car saves it, as well as the 20 car of Hard Pickle. And they continue racing. Jay Taylor just made some contact with the wall, but now he's making his way down pit road, possibly his final pit stop of the race. Here he comes. Bondosaurus closing in on Punisher Drummer. We're getting a report that it might be possible Punisher Drummer is conserving fuel. Is he going to try to make this on one more pit stop, or is he good to go to the finish? He's coming down now. The 38 car is on pit road. Bondosaurus is going to inherit the race lead here. What a roll of momentum Bondosaurus has had. He won his first ever NOSSCAR B Cup Series race in Fontana just a few days ago. And it was a well-deserved win at that. He takes over the race lead. Timac 11 runs in second. Man Anger runs in third. D-Boy Mr. Nike runs in fourth. Does D-Boy Mr. Nike have enough fuel to get to the end? We know he made a pit stop relatively
Flat
recently.
tire. I told you.
And now Bondosaurus is on pit road.
Stay up. Clear down low.
Timac 11 takes over the race lead. Man Anger is in second.
Crew chief's really concerned about your fuel.
This is down to crunch time here. Just Ken 03 is in fourth, 16 seconds behind Timac 11. Can he make it to the end on fuel? Who's making it to the end on fuel? We know that Man Anger was trying. There's a lot of guys that were trying to line it up correctly with the end of the finish. I think that Just Ken and Punisher Drummer, D-Boy Nike, they might fall short by just a little bit, but I think that Timac and Man Anger, they need to pit before the end of the race no matter what. I think they gotta come down.
Look at your fuel gauge for me. You ready to pit? Crew chief's concerned about your tires.
Now we're getting word that the race leader, Timac 11, is coming down pit road this time. There he is.
Too fast, man. Check up, check up.
We're gonna go with 4 tires, we might as well fill her up. Okay, buddy, we're ready for you. Okay, boys, here we go.
Timac 11 on pit road for his final pit stop. Man Anger on pit road for his final pit stop. 2 tires only for the 24 bunch, and he's away.
Awesome job, guys. Great teamwork.
Twitch Whiskers on pit road as well. She's out and gone.
Focus. We can do this.
Bondosaurus gets around the 24 car. It's not going to matter. Punisher Drummer is your race leader. Can he make it to the end and get his first career X2 Series victory? Or is he going to run out? And is Bondosaurus going to pick up his 8th career victory?
Five to go.
Punisher Drummer up into first place here, and he's holding on for dear life. He's hoping that he's got the fuel. Only 5 laps remaining, now 4. The leader is working lap 63. Piper Jade in the 36, running in the 41 car rather. 10th place right now, but he's coming down pit road after making a little bit of contact there with the wall in turn 4. He must have not been able to make it to the end.
I told you those tires wouldn't last.
Like I was saying earlier, I think there's a lot of cars not able to make it to the end. I think they're going to come close and they're going to miss. Just like the race yesterday at Watkins Glen. There was several cars that ran out of fuel on the final lap. And it might be one of those races here today in Texas.
You're doing it.
Just Ken 03 is on pit road. He couldn't make it. He was running in 2nd place and he's going to give it up. Bondosaurus takes over. Timac 11 takes over 3rd. Punisher Drummer stays out. 2 laps to go. Can Punisher Drummer make it to the end? Oh, and we got a report that there's a car spun out in turn 1. We're not sure who it is.
Try to go easy on the
It's
tires.
THR Hard Pickle.
Some new ones.
He's running in 11th place right now.
Looks like you've
Just
worn
trying to get around to the finish, but we're working the final lap. The white flag is out. Punisher Drummer, your race leader. Bondosaurus is in 2nd. Timac 3rd. D-Boy Mr. Nike is in 4th. The question is, can Punisher Drummer make it to the end? And Punisher Drummer's gonna do it. He comes out of turn 4 and he wins his first NOSSCAR X2 Series race.
And once I realized I had enough gas, I tried to get back.
And what a place to do it at the world famous high-speed 1-mile oval known as Texas.
Way to get it done, man.
Go 14 miles.
What a race, folks. I can't believe
I did it.
what we have witnessed. Punisher Drummer becomes the 21st different winner in the NOSSCAR X2 Series.
I had to do something, man, especially since I got a little messed up in the beginning, left in the wall.
Now the drivers conversing a little bit in the cars on the cool down lap about the race. Very, very exciting stuff. The next race for the NOSSCAR X2 Series here in Season 4 is at Bristol Motor Speedway, and it'll come to you within a few days from now. Let's take a quick look at the final results. Remember, sometimes the scoreboard tends to be wrong, therefore official results are always announced at a later date, and they are subject to change if deemed incorrect. As you can see, Punisher Drummer takes the win, Bondosaurus second, Timac 11th, third, D-Boy Mr. Nike fourth, Mananger is fifth, Trouble for You made it to the end in sixth, first car one lap down was actually Mananger, seventh Just Ken, eighth Jay Taylor, and we're not sure who ninth is because it appears that they have left the lobby, but in 10th it was Piper Jade, and in 11th it was THR Hard Pickle. In 12th we had NASCAR Guy Sr., and in 13th we had Twitch Whiskers. A whopping 44 laps led for Punisher Drummer here in his very first NOSSCAR X2 Series victory. We hope that you enjoyed today's broadcast.